exactly can I thank for this newfound love of the outdoors? Color rose in the girl's cheeks, and she buried herself in her coffee mug so she didn't have to look at Liv. That was answer enough, even before she said, "Dylan?" Liv turned away to refill her now half-full mug so Taylor wouldn't see her smile. Dylan had been Taylor's date for the Valentine's Day dance earlier this year, and though it had taken a while for them to work up to it, he'd become her first real boyfriend. Boyfriend. She was a guardian to a girl who had a boyfriend. She'd always teased Jason about the fact he was going to have to deal with his teenage daughter dating, but now she was the one who got to experience the drama and the heartache and the embarrassing talks. If she didn't know better, she'd think he'd planned his plane crash to miss the painful teen years and stick Liv with the responsibility. The flippant thought struck her with guilt, crushing the bit of amusement she'd felt earlier. It was one thing to resort to gallows humor to deal with her own grief, but another to suggest her late husband would have purposely abandoned his daughter. Instead, she turned her attention to the more important matter. "Who is going on this hike?" Now Taylor spun away. "Just the two of us." "Taylor, Liv, I'm 16 years old. I don't need a chaperone." "Being 16 years old is exactly why you need a chaperone." Taylor arched an eyebrow in her direction. "Do you really think we're gonna, I don't know, get it on in the middle of the hiking trail where anyone could see us? Give me a break." Liv let that one go. Taylor was right. Besides, there was nothing that she could do to control the teens' decisions. The only thing parents could do was talk to their kids, set their expectations, and pray that they made the right choices. And no matter how much they avoided saying it, Liv wasn't Taylor's mom. "Yeah, I know. It's fine. Make sure your phone is on and the GPS is active. I need to know where to send search and rescue if you're not home by dark." That earned an eye roll, but Taylor did shuffle around the kitchen island to give her a quick hug around the waist. "Thanks, Liv. I promise I won't be too late." "You better not be. I was thinking about throwing steak on the barbecue, and you wouldn't want to miss that. In fact, invite Dylan over. He's a boy. Boys like steak." Taylor smirked. "Yeah, never gonna happen. I should go get ready now." "Yeah, you go do that, while I drink the rest of this coffee and then sit down at the computer to look for jobs that have miraculously materialized overnight since the last time I looked." The teen must have heard something in her voice, though, because she paused in the kitchen doorway. "Liv, are you all right? Do you want me to stay?" "No." Liv forced cheer into her tone. "Of course not. Go have fun." Taylor didn't look convinced, but she nodded and turned away. Liv wiped a hand over her face and let out a long, steady breath. She had to get it together. If not for her own sake, then Taylor's. The girl had been through enough upheaval and change in her young life, first with her dad remarrying, then losing him 2 short years later and becoming a ward of the stepmom she hadn't had any hand in choosing. They got along well. Liv couldn't have loved Taylor more if she'd been her own flesh and blood, but she was always aware that even if she could offer her the world, she'd always be second best, a poor replacement for having 2 birth parents who were alive, engaged, and present in her life. So Liv needed to stop feeling sorry for herself, get her stuff together, and make the best of it. An hour later, Taylor bounded out of her room at the buzz of the gate call button. Liv stood corrected. Taylor did own a pair of hiking boots, but she'd unsurprisingly paired them with a pair of black cutoffs, a black tank top, and a black baseball cap. "Bye," she called, heading for the door. "I'll be back tonight. Take a water bottle and sunscreen," Liv called after her. But the door closed so quickly she knew that she was just talking to dead air. Fine. She only hoped that Dylan had more experience with outdoor things than her stepdaughter. Even though she'd barely heard a peep all morning, just knowing that she was alone in the house made the air feel silent and stale. Liv cast a mournful